Hey all, Corey and I have been asked numerous times, and we've fielded many comments regarding what took place in New York City, the shooting at 345 Park Avenue at the offices of the NFL. And first of all, our hearts and prayers go out to all of the victims and the families that have been affected and involved with this terrible issue that took place. So there apparently is a letter that mentions CTE, and this young man, we will not know if he had CTE for a bit of time. The laboratories will be, I'm sure the laboratories will be doing an autopsy and checking his brain out for CTE or any type of brain damage. We know that there are literally thousands of people that played concussive sports or that have had just a tremendous amount of repeated head impacts that have caused TES, traumatic encephalopathy syndrome. And the next step is, of course, CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. You can't find that out, the CTE, unless you're dead and you have an autopsy on your brain. We know that there's many people out there with it, thousands of people out there potentially with CTE that do not go around conducting mass shootings or we know one of the symptoms of CTE is anger and outbursts and irrational fits of rage. But this person drove halfway across the country, and he had plenty of time to think about what he was eventually going to carry out. And it was just terrible, the atrocities that took place in New York City and the lives that he took. So I guess it really comes down to the fact that repeated head impacts can and will cause CTE. The more it's scientifically proven that the more that you play, the more years that you play, the more likely it is that you will come down with chronic traumatic encephalopathy. The more years you play concussive sports, the more repeated head impacts that you take. There are some people that play 20 years of concussive sports and they do not come down with CTE. But there's already studies that of deceased NFL players that show a 91.7% rate of CTE. Now that's a biased sample of the guys that played football. Obviously, their loved ones knew that they were acting irrationally, and during the twilight years of their lives, and they asked Boston University to research their loved ones' brains for CTE. So 91.7% had CTE. Now, that's a biased sample, but what is the true percentage? Is it 50%? Is it 30%? How much is too much? And the science is proving that it is repeated head impacts, and we desperately want to make people aware of this issue. Repeated head impacts can and will cause irreparable damage to your brain, especially to young brains. Young brains who strap helmets on at 7 years old, or start heading soccer balls at 7 years old, 6 or 7 years old. We know that will cause damage, and it absolutely can have an effect with your mental health later on in life. There's some studies coming out that there's one paper that's coming out. It's peer reviewed right now, and it's pretty devastatingly apparent and obvious of what repeated head impacts can and will do. So again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the devastation that this person caused to many families and loved ones. And obviously our prayers are with the assailants' family as well. They definitely are left reeling with many thoughts, and apparently this person's high school football coach was very shocked, and that this kid carried out something so atrocious. So something happened along the way. Something changed in his mental attitude, his mental health, and something went very wrong inside his mind and his brain. So we just encourage everybody to have awareness of what can and will happen to some people if they sustain repeated head impacts. We're not sure if it's associated with this person, but time will tell regarding if he was afflicted with CTE or not. Appreciate everybody's thoughts and concerns and prayers about this matter, and we love you all, and we stay alert, stay alive, and we will see you soon.